Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.
So I'm curious, like, what's your process for Frozen 2 in terms of, like, working with characters that are already established?
Yeah, I mean, that is the inspiration, like, to really dig deep into characters that are known, beloved all over the world now, but characters that we know deep inside. But the challenge in this one is to really move them up in age, right? It takes place 3 years later, and see what kind of situation they would be in given the events of the first film, when things have settled, but have they really settled completely, and have all their questions been answered? They have not. And there's some deep questions that mostly Elsa in the beginning of the film asks herself, and the audience still has on their mind. So we're digging deep into that, digging deep into the past, and trying to really tell a story that feels real to mostly Elsa Anna's relationship, how it has survived, and how we're trying to keep the challenges around their relationship.
And during the storyboarding process, what questions do you ask about the characters, really?
Well, I mean, you have to inhabit the character. So you ask the questions you would ask if you were that character in that situation. And I think the nice thing about working on a sequel is you do understand those characters right from the very beginning. Challenge is we want to go deeper into those characters, but yeah, you have to sort of find your way into a scene and treat it as if you were in that situation.
Yeah. What was one of the, I guess, what was your favorite scene to kind of work on and draw and storyboard?
I mean, a lot of them you haven't seen, so it's hard. I mean, it's always fascinating to see other people's work, but let's say from a personal experience, you've seen Into the Unknown probably. I guess it was such a pleasure and honor to work on it, just because the song was completed. It was one of the earlier songs to be completed, and it had that sort of deep, emotional, underlying tone to it, but also this abstractness that is tempting. And it delved into Elsa's big questions. You know, why do I have these powers? What should I be doing with them? Am I in the right place? And what does the universe want out of me? And do I want to jump in? And what is it? And it's scary as well, because when you take these big leaps, these big decisions in your life, that means that it will impact others, and others are the people right around her. So it was such a pleasure to work on that. Work from the base of that song and put myself into it. Yeah.
So is Into the Unknown going to be Frozen 2's version of Let It Go?
The world will tell us. You never know what will be.
It's very catchy.
Who knows?
So last question, just for two of you in general, what is a project or something you'd like to work on in the future after this?
Well, a lot of the last few movies that we've been working on, they're deep dives into characters that are going through very real world situations. You know, they're metaphorically, things that are happening in our culture, and I think that's important. I think in continuing to do that is something that I'm excited about.
Good. And for you?
I mean, same thing. Like whenever an idea is as challenging as it is exciting, that's the right conjecture to make a movie.
So what are you hoping audience get out of Frozen 2?
I hope they get the same pleasure of watching it as we had making it, because for years we've been sort of holding on to it and creating it and hoarding all the good stuff, and not being right now even to talk to about much of it. So I can't wait to finally be able to talk about it and see what it means to others, because it means so much to us, because we've invested so much time and effort and all our passion. So I can't wait for others to experience that and hopefully enjoy it as much as we did.
Yeah.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.